multiplication of fractions. Now it is turn for division. How do we divide fractions? Now the first question that comes to your mind is, why do we even need to divide fractions? Where do we come across such scenario? So let us look at an example. So what do you see on the screen? Yes, you do see a bar of chocolate. Now let's say that you have a complete bar of chocolate, but your mom strictly told you that you can only use half of it. So the remaining half you need to keep it for somebody else. So you can only eat the half of the chocolate. So that means this entire chocolate is there, but it is not available to you. Only half of the chocolate is available to you. So all you have is this half of the chocolate, right? So what you have is half of the chocolate. Now suddenly what happened is 6 of your friends came in and they said that they wanted to have the chocolate. So now you need to divide this chocolate among 6 of your friends. You are anyways not going to get anything. Maybe you can later try to get it from your mom. But right now you have to divide this half of the chocolate amongst 6 of your friends. So what you need to do, you need to divide half of this chocolate amongst 6 of your friends. But what would this signify? The result that you get on division signifies how much fraction of the chocolate each of them gets, because when you actually divide this half of the chocolate into 6 equal parts, then what fraction of the chocolate did each of them get? That means what part of the total chocolate did each of your friend get? So the question is, how do we divide? That is what we are planning to learn here, right, in this section. So let us see exactly how do we divide. Now here our challenge is, how do we do this? 1 by 2 divided by 6. How we will do this division. Now let us have a quick recap of what we have learned from division of whole numbers. Now do you remember, so this is just a recap from whole numbers. So do you remember that whenever you divide two whole numbers, for example 8 divided by 4, what does this mean? 8 divided by 4 is the same thing as 8 by 4, which is the same thing as 8 into 1 by 4. So whenever we say 8 divided by 4, it actually means 8 into 1 by 4. So a number being divided by a certain number is the same as the number being multiplied by the reciprocal of that number. That is 8 divided by 4 and 8 into 1 by 4 is the same thing, right? So we will follow the same logic here also. So when we say 1 by 2 divided by 6, so this number by which you are dividing, like in this case it was 4, so this number is called divisor. So if you remember your basic division rules, so when you divide 8 by 4, so you get 4 2s are 8 and this is 0. So what is this? This 4 is divisor, that is the number by which you are dividing. This number which is getting divided is called dividend. This number which you get here is the quotient, and this balance that you get here is the remainder. So these are the important terms. So here in division of fractions, the divisor plays an important role. So here 6 is the divisor. So 1 by 2 divided by 6 is the same thing as 1 by 2 multiplied by the reverse of 6, that is 1 by 6. So now do you think you'll be able to solve this? Yes, it is just a multiplication. So numerator multiplied by numerator, denominator multiplied by denominator. So this is 1 by 6 into 2, which is 12. So therefore we can say that 1 by 2 divided by 6 is equal to 1 by 12. So from this we can say that each of your friend received 1/12 of the chocolate. So this is how we deal with division. So basically in division you have to remember one simple thing, that you just find, whatever divisor you have, just turn it upside down. That is, make the numerator denominator and make the denominator numerator. So turn the divisor upside down and multiply it. So here divided by 6 is the same thing as multiplied by 1 by 6. Now how is this 6 and 1 by 6 related? So that is when we talk about reciprocal of a fraction. So what do we mean by reciprocal? So reciprocal of any number is that number which when multiplied by the number gives 1. So let us look at some examples. So let us take the example of 3. So 3 is a number. So do you think that there is any number which when multiplied by 3 would give 1? Yes, of course you can think of a number like this, and that is nothing but 1 by 3. So when 1 by 3 is multiplied with 3, you get 3 by 3, which is equal to 1. Now, let's consider the number as 1 by 3. So is there any number which when multiplied with 1 by 3 gives you 1? Of course, that is 3. So in that case, you get 1. Let's think of some other numbers. Let's say 5 by 7. What is that number which when multiplied by 5 by 7 gives 1? It is 7 by 5. So what do we say? We say that three numbers like 3, 1 by 3, they are reciprocals of each other. Similarly for 5 by 7 and 7 by 5 are also reciprocals of each other. 14 by 3. What would be the reciprocal of 14 by 3? It would be 3 by 14. Right? So these are all reciprocals of numbers. So one simple way, a simple tip to find the reciprocal of a number is just swap the numerator and the denominator. And that is going to be the reciprocal of the number. Now if I ask you what would be the reciprocal of 0? Because when we say 0, 0 as such is 0 by 1. Now when you reverse it, what it becomes? It becomes 1 by 0, which is not defined. So reciprocal of 0 is actually not defined. But other than that, when you take up any number, just swap the numerators and the denominators and you get the reciprocal. Now why we discussed reciprocal is when you consider division of fractions, we actually need reciprocal because we actually need the reciprocal of the divisors. Example. So here in this section we will talk about fraction divided by fraction, because in the previous section we talked about fraction divided by fraction. But here we will talk about fraction divided by fraction. Now let us say that you have a very long red ribbon. Now you are decorating your a particular thing, maybe because for a competition or there is a festival. So you are decorating with red ribbons and you have a very long red ribbon. Let's say that the length of this ribbon is 29 by 2 meters. This is the length of this big ribbon. But now for decoration purpose, you do not need such a long ribbon. Instead, you need small pieces of ribbons, each of length half meters. So you need small pieces. So you need small pieces of ribbon like this, such that the length of each is half meters. So what do? You cut this long ribbon into smaller parts of half meter each. So like this, you cut each ribbon, the length is half meter. So that's how you cut it. Now if I ask you that total how many ribbons did you get? So total how many small pieces of ribbons did you get? So how will you be able to find this? So for that you will have to divide 29 by 2 by 1 by 2. Right? It is something like this. Let's say you had 10 chocolates and you have divided those 10 chocolates among 5 friends. So how many chocolates each of them get? So for that what you need to do, you have to divide 10 by 5. So only then you will get how many chocolates each got. So the same thing is true here. The long ribbon is cut into or is divided into smaller ribbons. So the length of the long ribbon is this divided by the length of the smaller ribbons. So once you divide them, the result that you get gives you the number of pieces that you actually get. Right? Now the question is again, how do we divide? Now in order to divide, you remember the simple rule that we need to follow. The divisor, which is the divisor here? This is the divisor and this is the dividend. So these are certain things which you have already learned in your junior classes. So what you need to do is dividing 1 by 2 is same as multiplying 2 by 1. That is reciprocal of the divisor. So in order to divide two fractions, always multiply the reciprocal of divisor. So reciprocal of divisor is 2 by 2, 2 by 1. So multiply this to the dividend. So what do you get now? It is simple multiplication, 29 into 2 and 2 into 1, right? So this is 58 by 2. So now when you divide 58 by 2, you get 29. So that means you will get 29 pieces of ribbons when you cut this big ribbons. So this is how you will divide fraction by fraction. Let us look at yet another example of dividing a fraction by fraction. So let's say that this is your birthday cake. So you have a big round cake and you have been asked only to cut 1/4 of the cake. That means you have rights or you have full liberty to do anything that you want to with this much portion of the cake. You are not supposed to touch the remaining part. So you are the owner of 1/4 of the cake and you are asked to cut slices out of this 1/4 portion such that each slice is 1/8 of the cake. So basically you have to cut slices from this 1/4 part. So you have to cut the slices in this way. So you have to cut it in such a way that each slice is 1/4 of the total cake, right? Now anyways, this part of the cake is 1/4, right? Now we want it to be cut into slices in such a way that each slice is 1/8 of the total cake. So how do we get? So if I tell you that okay, you have cut it in that way, so how many slices will you get? So into how many slices should you cut this part? So in order to get that, it means that 1/8 such that each slice is 1/8 multiplied by the number of slices into which you need to cut. So let us assume that you cut this part of the cake into X number of slices. You do not know what is that X. So in that case, 1/8 into X should be equal to 1/4. Let us say you have cut it into 3 slices. That means 3 multiplied by 1/8 because each part should be 1/8 of the cake. So 3 multiplied by 1/8 should be equal to 1/4 because this total part is 1/4. So in this fashion, what would be X? X would be equal to 1/4 divided by 1/8. So how do we divide? 1/4 multiplied by 8/1. So this is 8/4. And what is 8/4? It is 2. That means this portion should be cut into 2 slices. So this can be visualized like this. This is your entire cake, right? You are only allowed to cut this much part. So when you cut this part into 2 slices, then each slice becomes 1/8 of the entire cake. So each slice becomes such that it is one part of 8 equal parts of the cake, right? So you have to cut this 1/4 of the cake only into 2 equal slices. So you see, these are certain examples where we see that we actually encounter situations where we have to divide a fraction by a fraction. So now let us have a quick recap of whatever we have learned in division of fractions. So the first scenario is, so the common rule while dividing fractions is that we have to multiply the reciprocal of the divisor to the dividend. Now it might sound very complicated, but you saw it for yourself that it's pretty much simple. So what are the different scenarios that we can encounter? The first scenario could be fraction divided by a whole number. For example, 3/5 is a fraction divided by a whole number like 6. So which is the divisor here? So 6 is the divisor. So this actually means 3/5 multiply by the reciprocal of divisor. How do you get the reciprocal of divisor? Just interchange the numerator and denominator. So this becomes 1/6. Now you multiply normally. So 3 into 1 is 3, 5 into 6 is 30. So when you look at it, 3 by 30 is a fraction which can be further reduced to its simple form, and the simple form is 1 by 10. Now you just try it yourself. How do we reduce to the simple form? Because we have already learned it. The second scenario that you can encounter is whole number divided by a fraction. For example, a number like 9 divided by a fraction like 1 by 3. So in this case, which is the divisor? So the divisor in this case is this 1 by 3. So what we do, we multiply it with reciprocal of 1 by 3, which is 3. So the answer would be 27. The third situation that you can encounter is fraction divided by fraction. Something like 1 by 6 divided by 1 by 15. So here the divisor is 1 by 15. So we can write it as 1 by 6 multiplied by 15 by 1. So this is equal to 15 by 6, which can again be further reduced to its simplest form, which would be 5 by 2. So this is how we perform the division operations. The only thing you need to remember is wherever you see a divisor, find its reciprocal and multiply it. So in that case, your division no more remains division, it becomes multiplication. We have learned about division on fractions. Division of fractions. Let us quickly look at some of the questions. Question number 1. Find 5 divided by 3, 4 by 7. So first of all, we will convert this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 7 into 3 plus 4, that is 21. 7 into 3 is 21 plus 4, that is 25. So this is 25 by 7. So which is the divisor? 25 by 7 is divisor. So we multiply it with reciprocal of divisor, that is 7 by 25. 5 into 7 is 35. 1 into 25 is 25. So this is 35 by 25. Let us reduce it to its lowest form. So for reduction, we will first have to see the common factors. So the factors of 25 are 1, 5, 25. Factors of 35 are 1, 5, 7 and 35. So which is the highest common factor? It is 5. So let us divide the numerator and the denominator by 5. So 35 divided by 5 by 25 divided by 5. So this is 7 and this is 5. So the answer would be 7 by 5. Question number 2. Find the reciprocal of each of the following fractions. Classify the reciprocals as proper fraction, improper fraction and whole numbers. So what would be, finding reciprocal is very simple. Just swap the numerator and the denominator. So reciprocal of 3 by 7 would be 7 by 3. Reciprocal of 12 by 7 would be 7 by 12. Reciprocal of 1 by 11 would be 11 by 1, that is 11. Now which is a proper fraction? Wherever the numerator is lesser than the denominator. Out of these three, where do you see the numerator is lesser than denominator? Here. So this is a proper fraction. Which is an improper fraction? Definitely this one, because the numerator is 7, which is greater than the denominator, that is 3. And this is a whole number, because 11 is a whole number. It is a number that falls between 0 and infinity. The whole numbers start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. So 11 is a whole number. Question number 3. Find 4 1 by 3 divided by 3. So here also, first of all, we will convert this into improper fraction. 4 into 3 plus 1. So 4 into 3 is 12 plus 1 is 13 divided by 3 divided by 3. So here the divisor is 3. So we can write it as 13 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 3. So now let's multiply the numerators. It is 13. Let's multiply the denominators. That's 3 into 3, which is 9. So the result is 13 by 9. Question number 4. Find 3 1 by 5 divided by 1 2 by 3. So again, let us try to convert them into improper fractions. So here 5 into 3, 15 plus 1, that is 16 by 5 divided by 3 into 1, that is 3 plus 2, that is 5 divided by 3. So here, which is the divisor? So 5 by 3 is the divisor. So we can say 16 by 5 multiplied by 3 by 5. Now let's multiply it normally, that is 16 into 3 is 48 and 5 into 5 is 25. So 48 by 25. In case you want to convert it into mixed fraction, you can even do that. Divide 48 by 25. So you get 25 ones are 25. So the remainder is 23. Therefore, 48 by 25 can be written as 123 by 25. So with this, I think you have understood how do we perform division on fractions. Now see, multiplication or division on fractions are not complicated things. These are very basic, simple things. It is just that you need to do them step by step and try to practice more and more questions so that you get a hold of it.